Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Friends, today we're going to head over to my sister's house and we're going to decorate her kitchen and dining room with Easter and spring decor. So before we get started doing that, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that left me such a kind message when I wasn't able to post a video on Friday. I got to celebrate my daughter, we all did, got to celebrate my daughter and spend some precious time with her. And friends, those are memories that I will cherish a lifetime. So thank you for allowing me to have that time off. But friends, let's head over to my sister's and decorate. And if you're new here, my sister bought our family's childhood home. She bought our childhood home. It is something that we have cherished our whole lives, and you know, our father built it with his own two hands, and so she has remodeled parts of it, and especially the kitchen. It's a beautiful space, so I can't wait to decorate with that with you today. So let's head over there and get to adding some spring touches to my sister's kitchen. Friends, I can't tell you how much joy it brings me to get to decorate the home that I grew up in as a child. It reminds me of all the times that I spent with my mom decorating for all the holidays. But to start off, my sister has this little table right by her big dining room table. And so we're just going to add a few things here. This lamp came from Kirkland's, and inside that are these adorable bunnies, and these also came from Kirkland's. I will have whatever I can linked in the description below for you guys if you're interested. But what we did is we didn't have a wreath, so we just took some greenery and I just formed it into a circle. And that way it kind of gives a background for these bunnies to sit on. I just thought that would be really cute and something a little different than just adding an Easter grass. So that's our thoughts. So once I have the bunnies in, the next thing I want to do is add in some Easter eggs. And so I'm just going to sprinkle a few all around. And as you can see, I just want to elevate this one a little bit. So I got to make sure to hide my mechanics. So I will do that by adding in those sweet eggs. Friends, this beautiful lamp is something we thrifted too. This dish was thrifted. The Bible, one of them was of course from our family, and this one was thrifted as well. So it's always special to add things that are special to you, and adding a Bible always makes any vignette special. So I love the way this little table has turned out, and it's such a sweet nod to Easter, not only with those bunnies, but of course with those precious Bibles. Okay, now moving to my sister's dining room table. This was our parents too. We ate many meals on this table. It was the table that was there from the time I was little, and it's still there now. It's just so amazing. But you know, my sister made this gorgeous arrangement, and so we're going to use that in the middle of our table. And so to add to that, I bought this bunny from Ross, and I loved him, and I was going to paint him chocolate so he'd be a big chocolate bunny to put in my home. But as I got it to decorating, I didn't have a space, and so I thought my sister could use it, and it worked out perfect to put it right here. Now she loves it just the way it is, which I think it is absolutely beautiful. And so we just tied a ribbon and we're going to add it right there. And then to tie this look together, she has these gorgeous green plates. Again, she used some very similar in her bookshelf that she styled in her living room. So we're going to continue with that look right here on her table. So here is a quick look looking into the kitchen. I love this kitchen. She remodeled it. It's beautiful, and the kitchen was always the heart of our home, and I know it's the heart of my sister's home as well. So now let's start adding a few touches, and I think we're going to start right on top of the refrigerator. So we've gathered a few things together. This bunny I thrifted last year, or maybe it was the year before, but I love him. I used him in my home last year, so my sister's going to use him this year. I love being able to trade our decor back and forth. It just makes things so fun. But now let's just add a few of these things to the top of this dough bowl, and she likes to keep this dough bowl up here on a refrigerator, and it actually works out perfectly. So I'm going to adjust this basket. We're going to place in this gorgeous fern, and then I'm going to take these books that we have and cover that up with some burlap. I feel like to make this look just a little more balanced, I've got one sprig of this greenery. I'm just going to add it to the back, kind of behind this bunny. I'm going to hide that stem right there. And then the last touch, I'm just going to bring in some carrots. And I think that's all that her refrigerator needs right here. It is such a sweet collection, and I just think it works perfectly right on top of her refrigerator. You guys will have to leave me a comment and let me know, do you guys decorate on top of your refrigerator or not? Now over here on the other side of the refrigerator, my sister does have these cutting boards. And once I get them to stand, up like I would like, or the way they want to, then I'm gonna just add in another cutting board. I found this really sweet bunny cutting board at, I think it was Ross. It was Ross. And so I want to style it. Now I wanted some greenery, but I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I just grabbed these stems, they come just like this, and I just twist them into a wreath. So it just goes to show you, sometimes you really can just make what you want out of the things that you already have. You don't have to go to the store and buy things. Always just think about things and use them in a new way. I think this looks absolutely beautiful, and it actually turned out better than I even imagined. Okay, now that we got one side of the refrigerator decorated, let's decorate the other side. So this is the most precious picture of Easton. It was at an egg hunt when he was little, and so we're going to add that right there. And then my sister has this adorable little container. I think this came from Walmart a few years ago, and it's just a picture of them both together. I love tying the two together. Then when I was at Ross, I found the sweetest chocolate bunny of a mama and a baby, and it's just the perfect thing to place right here. All we did again was just tie some more of that ribbon around the neck, and that kind of ties in what I've done on the dining room table to what I'm doing right over here. I just think that look is so pretty. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to get another bowl that I thrifted. This was a brass container that I got when I was thrifting. I think it's so pretty, and I just took a glass. I've done this many times, but I just took a glass, and inside the glass I arranged the flowers and a little bit of greenery. And then to fill in where you could see the glass, all I did was just tuck in stems of greenery. So that way I didn't have to add styrofoam and all the things, and I could arrange these tulips to stand like I wanted. It's in a narrow vase and so, or glass, and so it worked out perfect. So that's a great trick for you if you want to try it. These sweet little chicks, I found one I think last year, and I found one this year, which is so funny. But I know they were probably a pair. I don't know why it took me so long to find the companions, but they were 99 cents, and I'm pretty sure I probably gave 50 cents for them. They were probably half price when I got them, but I just love these, and they're just so perfect right here. So moving over to where we have this carved wood base, and again, I will have one linked like this for you in the description below. It's one of our most favorite pieces. I have one, my sister has one too, and so we just have this beautiful arrangement that she put together in this vase, and I'm just going to add these two bunnies that we got from Target. Now, I really love the way this looks, but my thought was I had some extra tulips that are yellow, and I think I'm going to add them to this container, so that way I'm tying in the yellow here to what we did over by her refrigerator. You know it's not Easter without having some candy, and so we've got this gorgeous apothecary jar filled with some candy, and inside we're just going to place this really sweet little chocolate bunny. I've already had one that I bought for this place, but somehow my nephew got to it before we could film this, so we have another one that we're going to pop in here. So we'll see how long it lasts. So if it's different in my sister's home tour, you will know why. But I'm going to just tie a ribbon around this gorgeous jar, and I think that completes the look for her kitchen. Friends, you'll have to tell me what you think, but I love this kitchen. I love to decorate it. I love how open and airy it is. I don't know, it's just one of my favorite places to decorate at her house, and I'm so glad that she let me decorate it this year. Friends, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you. And friends, we don't take your time for granted at all. And I just want to say thank you again. I hope you'll come back on Friday. I'm going to share, I think, my Hoosier cabinet, and then we're going to get ready to do our home tours. And I'm so excited to share our homes and how they all look all put together. But friends, before we go, I just want to share with you this beautiful Bible verse. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord. Psalms 27:14. You know, sometimes waiting is the hardest thing, and it takes the most faith when we're in a situation where we need an answer and it just seems like it won't come. But friends, I hope you will always stay faithful, trust in the Lord, because you know what? He never fails. Friends, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.